That actually take us to the main core. I mean, you want to learn a language? Well, there are many things that actually happens back in the brain, but also emotionally. That's a
Absolutely.
pretty conflictive thing actually to learn a language. That's why I think uh maybe learning a language is like having a this type of a toxic relationship.
Maybe, but it's also, I mean, we can, everybody on earth, I think, and I think the research proves as well, everybody seems to suffer with mathematics.
Yeah, the logical, mathematical. Yeah.
And that learning process of learning math at school, I think we've all suffered with it. I think language learning is comparable.
Mm,
It
yes,
really is.
definitely.
Absolutely. But it's the
So
way that they teach it at school.
that was my point now. You tackle it. Yes, before I was gonna, but yes, teachers has a lot actually to do with it in there. I mean, in the classroom, and
Yeah.
that's when you come. That's when Rachel just come to the rescue and is like, you know what? Come on, teachers, let's work this out.
But I actually think, Mike, that a lot of you are doing this intuitively. Intuitively, you as a trainer and educator, you are now adapting and really trying to understand more and more what works with my learners. Because I think the old processes, they're not working anymore. So intuitively, all of you, me, all of us, we're trying to find the way forward.
Mm,
Definitely. So I can imagine you are also very much intuitively doing this already.
mm. Very
Yeah.
good one. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was a
yeah,
good
yeah.
perspective there, definitely. So when learning this, when learning the language in this case, maybe sometimes I don't know if you've seen this type of students or if you've had this experience with anyone, teacher or student, uh, that when they're actually learning the language, they sometimes feel like they're betraying their original identity. Have you had this type of students or teachers?
I'm not sure if I had them to that extreme,
Okay.
but I think there does become, and maybe it's something that we do need to address with our learners. You may find that, with a new language, you do start to adopt a new persona, a new sort of way, a new sound. Um, Interestingly, and I'm sure you know this as well, when we speak other languages, we naturally take a different tone.
Mhm.
So I'm curious, when you speak Chinese, do you go higher or lower?
Higher.
Higher, right. When I speak Italian, for example, I go a lot lower. Allora, quando parlo italiano, parlo molto più basso. And
Mhm.
I can notice that. And I think that's something that we need to address to the learner, that you'll probably take on a different tone. You'll probably start to take on a different sort of way of moving in that language,
Mhm.
and you might sort of adopt a new persona. And it's not about losing your identity, it's about building onto another identity, another way of talking and
Mhm.
addressing and being in that
Yes.
language.
I've actually heard about this theory, this psychological theory. I don't remember pretty well right now the name of that person. Pretty famous neuropsychologist. That every person that learns different languages is like having different identities. It's like it's a different
Yeah.
person. Maybe in your native language you're more open, but maybe in your L2, your second language, you're more like closed, let's say. I don't know.
Yeah.
In this one you're
Well,
higher, in this one you're lower.
right. Yes. And we've also got the research demonstrating that when we are speaking in a target language, we don't get so emotional. That's why it's easier to swear in a target language, because we think it's funny. We don't get the emotional, oh my God, we can't say that feeling
Yes.
from the native. And also that's why they say, if you do negotiate in your target language, because then you'll do it with less emotion.
Mhm.
So it can also be used as a tactic. in
Mhm.
business.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So there comes the language, then you can actually use it as a tool, not only to communicate, but also
That's right.
to try to learn how people in that language might perceive, you
That's
know,
right. That's
how
right.
much of a
And you
straightforward you
remain,
are, or how much of a straightforward you are, or you're not, something like it.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. And also that you are not going to be connecting in with your emotions so heavily when you're
Mhm.
speaking a target language.
True.
Yeah.
That happens to me when I actually speak Chinese.
Ah,
People might actually believe I'm actually just screaming at them, but I'm not. I'm
right.
just speaking. But that
Yes.
language sounds very high, super
Yeah.
high.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
it's impossible
Yeah.
to avoid it.
Yeah. Yeah. And it belongs to the language. Like German is very kind of hard and it
Like Russian,
sounds
same, yeah.
exactly, but they're not. They're not. And when you get people actually speaking those languages from a very dulce, from a very sweet, soft
Yeah.
perspective, German sounds amazing when you go into that. Darf ich Sie fragen? And it
Oh my
sounds, and then
gosh.
it sounds melodic and it sounds wow.
Yeah.
And you
Uh
can do the same with Russian. You can do the same with
yeah.
any Slav language. You can really soften it up. It's the same language, but it sounds totally different.
Yeah. That's true, but it's weird anyway, it's when you actually use different languages and you actually
Yeah.
try to show a little bit your feeling, demonstrate your feelings. It
Yeah.
sounds so different in every language that sometimes like, are you being sweet or are you screaming?
That's right. That's right. And even Spanish, when you hear them
Perception.
and the Italians,
Mm,
"Rah!"
yeah,
No, they're just being normal.
exactly. True, definitely.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
when we talk about fluency, uh,
Mm.
can it actually happen if identity doesn't evolve?
Um, well, fluency, we could look at it from the perspective that it's normally when your brain has normalized that language to such a degree
Uh-huh.
that your brain doesn't care and it's automated. So you've done it so much and you've repeated it and you've spoken so much that your brain literally has got that language in automation, like the native, like you and I now, we're not really thinking about what we're saying. And you can have fluency at different levels. So you could be fluent as a low level speaker if there's no interference and you're able to have those baby conversations where you're just flowing away with them, your brain doesn't care, you've done them so much. So I think it's a myth to say that fluency is connected to high levels when you could even get baby levels into flowing conversations and fluency. But then to get to the degree where you're really living, breathing, expressing, there I would say there is a lot of culture and
Mm,
interaction, but also the experience of that interaction kicking in.
true.
So you've got more ingredients then that are interconnected, and you can clearly hear the depth when somebody then is speaking in that language from that particular, I'm going to say vibration
Mm,
instead of level.
yeah,
Yes.
sounds
Yeah.
better. Sounds a lot
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
So,
And it's all coming from the cerebellum, from the back of the brain. That's where language fluency is coming from.
it's coming. Mm,
Yeah.
definitely. Now that I feel really happy actually to have you here because I'm learning a lot with you. Gotta say, it's been really good for me as well. So, moving on a little bit to the coaching part, coaching
Yeah.
and teaching. So, what is
Yeah.
the difference between teaching a language and coaching?
From the perspective that I carry from
Hmm.
coaching, others may carry other perspectives, but from my perspective, it is about taking on a very non-directive approach. So I'm removing the imperatives. I'm removing the shoulds and the musts and the oughts. I'm removing the orders and the commands. I'm going into a lot of softer language. May I ask you, how about, what do you think if? Can we move on now? So that sort of way of asking permission, but then putting the onus of the learning on them. This is your process. I'm here to help you, guide you, accompany you. But at the same time, I'm here to stimulate you and provoke you to find your own path, way forward, roadmap. And together we're going to find those goals, actions, and create the roadmap that's personal for you. And when we come into that teaching space, I'm moving away from long explanations. I'm trying to find out what you know first. And then we're trying to either fill the gaps or bring in new information for you. But all the way, I'm going to be involving you. I'm never going to be talking at you. I'm going to be talking constantly with you.
With you.
Yeah. That for me is the major, major difference.
Coaching and teaching, yeah, definitely. And I think that is one of the other, that's the part that many teachers, many of us need to apply it as well, maybe. Not only be a
And
teacher, but also be like a coach also.
that's right. That's right. Actually, yes. And again, I'm going to say it's not our fault because we've been following the paradigm of how teaching has been. And
Hmm.
maybe we can blame the Victorians, the English Victorians, sit down, shut up, and, if you do something wrong,
Exactly.
and I'll come over with the cane. And that was education, and we've kind of moved a long way from that, but years of traditional teaching can actually leave a student feeling stuck and with minimal confidence.
Personally, I had come from years of traditional classes and was stagnating. My confidence had collapsed. I saw it as an impossible challenge. Now, I see a new world of possibilities, beyond English, both professionally and personally.
Help your learners rebuild their confidence and know that nothing is impossible.
But we're struggling to understand how to change our patterns of communication because the only paradigms that we've had are those types of teachers. And even the teachers that are coming into new ways still struggle to understand how to change their patterns of communication.
True. Well,
So we're learning.
this is very important actually. That's to have it in mind. And hopefully the new teachers, the new ones that are actually trying to come to this beautiful profession, to this beautiful journey. It has
Yeah,
many downs, but also beautiful ups, I gotta say, with
absolutely.
students. Very rewarding.
Absolutely.
Maybe we cannot actually become the biggest millionaire in the world, a billionaire, but I think inside we
Absolutely.
I feel like a billionaire already.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because at the end of the day, everything focuses on them. I think
Hmm.
traditional teaching was always about the teacher and how much the teacher knows. We're blasting that away.
Hmm.
Now it's about how much do you, my learner, walk away with every single time you're with me.
True.
That's my new measuring stick,
Hmm.
not my knowledge, your knowledge that you've learned from me. And
That's amazing.
that's really the shift. And the way that we communicate is key. And what you're saying as well is that you're constantly empowering the learners.
True. So, what is the first breakthrough moment learners experience when fear starts dissolving?
When fear dissolves and people get calmer and relaxed, they actually access their subconscious brain much more.
And what about the adults?
The same, absolutely the
Same?
same. I've had adults that when they feel safe, they start saying, "Oh, I haven't talked about this for 40 years. Oh, where's that coming from? Oh, my goodness, I remember."
So that means that the brain can rewire itself at any age.
Well, that's a definitely yes, another topic. but it's about accessing the memory banks. The more relaxed you are, the more you're going to access, and the brain is connecting, and you've got connectivity, and it's relaxed and it's fully functioning.
Mhm.
And at the same time, you can learn and rewire the brain with the new learning. Yes, at any age, any age.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
That's very important actually for everyone to know. It can rewire
it
at any
is.
age. Great
It
news.
is. And Mike, you wouldn't really, honestly, you wouldn't believe how many people still don't understand that. You still get people saying, "Oh, I'm too old, or I can't do this."
Yes.
No.
It's amazing. Yes, I've heard. Well, I got a lot of colleagues that they feel already like 80 years old and they're only 30.
Send
90
them to
years
me.
old.
Send
And
them to me for an hour.
I will. I'll let them know.
Tell
I will share
them,
this one.
tell them I'm double their age and I'm doing much more than they are.
So now that I'm just mentioning my colleagues, what is the biggest mistake teachers make that they don't even realize?
So maybe let's soften that. I'm not sure if it's a mistake. I think it's following what we were saying, following the paradigm of before. And I think one
Traditionalism.
of them is right. The classic is when you've got a learner saying, I can't do this, I'm terrible at this, oh my goodness. And I used to do this, we say, no, you're brilliant, you're fantastic, you're great, I can help you, don't worry. And we go into what I call the sports coach.
Mm.
Now, what we are doing is actually recognizing and acknowledging how people feel. I'm really sorry that you feel this way. I can hear that you're not feeling happy with your learning process and you're feeling down. So, what needs to happen for this to change now? How can we get you into a better space with this? How can we help you to feel better with the learning? And that for me now is active listening. I'm listening to you. I'm acknowledging how you feel. And I'm sorry that you feel that way. And I'm also now moving into compassion, which is action. How can I help?
True.
And it's not only for learning, it's for life. You know, when somebody comes to us like that and we're kind of saying, no, 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 come on. No, firstly, acknowledge how they feel.
Yes.
Instead of ignoring each other, we need to acknowledge each other much, much more nowadays. Definitely.
You're spreading positivity there. That's beautiful. Love it. I really love it.
Yeah, and it's really this acknowledgement of us as human beings, you know, not overriding each other, not saying, oh, no, don't be silly, I know better. No, I don't know how you feel. You are the one who knows how you feel. Who am I to tell you how you feel?
Beautiful.
And this
Yep.
is this is the new way forward, you know. It's about really acknowledging each other a lot more,
Acknowledgement.
especially
That's
children. Yeah,
yes. Right now, actually, it's very important right now to keep it in mind and
yeah,
to develop it in the class. Teachers are the ones who lead the class and help them be
yeah,
empathetic.
yeah, absolutely.
So, coming a little bit to the end of amazing hour with you, it's been a privilege, really. What kind of a language learning future do you hope to see?
Um, I hope that language will be one of the major ways that we connect with each other as human beings,
Ooh,
and that we use that as our, yeah, as one
superpower.
of the ways that yes, that we're connecting heart to heart. Definitely. Yeah.
Beautiful. Now, this one, I would like to ask you this one because I think you got a really good perspective and you're spreading positivity. So I would like to hear your answer on this one. If you could redesign education completely based on
Mm.
neuroscience and emotional safety,
Mm. Yes.
what would it look like?
Well, firstly, we'd get rid of all of these big, enormous groups, and we'd have smaller groups, so between 6 and 10 kids at a time. And we'd be focused on curricula that matters. 21st century curricula, not all this nonsense of things that we don't need in life. So really focusing in and really things like entrepreneurship, finance, mathematics with
Exactly.
finance, things that are going to get kids into life today. So I would change the curricula, smaller groups, rotate them around. I think in Finland they do something like 45 minutes and then they have playtime. Ah, heaven. So 45 minutes, then go play. 45 minutes, then go play.
Mm.
And mixing that sort of joy of learning with joy of playing, joy of life, and really helping kids that, there are certain things in life, like having some values, like respecting each other, like tolerance, like emotional intelligence, like managing the brain. I would give kids lessons on how to manage their operating systems. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
I think sometimes we forget that we're still kids and we can actually just have fun. I'm
yeah,
sorry, I apply that in my classes and I enjoy it. I love it.
yeah,
I
yeah.
still jump
Well, you're
around with the kids and I love it. I enjoy it. And they're learning.
you're helping them. Well, you're helping them to release dopamine, which is key for learning.
Yes. Dopamine.
Yeah, yeah.
So, Rachel, again, thank you very much for being here. I don't want to take more time from you. It's been an amazing, amazing hour. Um, I would like to ask you to help us actually how to connect with you, share your
Mm,
social media, how can actually get to know your coaching academy, how can they actually get to know
yes.
that? It would
Yeah.
be good if you can actually share all those details. For sure, there are going to be
Thank you.
people trying to know a little bit more about it.
Yeah. So on LinkedIn, Rachel Marie Paling, Instagram as well, Facebook as well. Um, or they can come to some of the free webinars, which we offer at aelca.com, which is AELCA.com. And we have free webinars. Or they can look on the website www.neurolanguagecoaching.com. You've also got languagecoachingcertification.com. So there's various websites, Neuroheart Education, even just on Google, Rachel Marie Paling, Neurolanguage Coaching, and they'll get the whole links
Perfect.
into to everything that we do.
That's beautiful. That's amazing. So again, Rachel, thank you very much. It's been very nice to have you here. I'm really happy. Your job is monumental, amazing, beautiful. Keep doing it.
Thank you.
I think the world needs more people like you.
Thank you. But at the same time, we need more like you who are doing it and who are actively in the classroom and with the learners bringing in those changes. So, Mike, I reflect it back to all of you. It's not just I always said I can never do this alone.
True,
This is about all of us coming together and moving forward step by step, bit by bit, drip by drip. And that's the
true,
way we're going to change the systems.
true. Exactly. So thank you very much. And this is your home
Thank you.
anytime. Here we are. All ears open to you. Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Rachel.
Thanks, Mike.
Bye bye.